Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy. I wanted to talk to you guys really quick about something I've learned. Well, mostly like I've learned, but also I have observed. It's basically like I've learned some stuff from my 10-year-old daughter. And let me elaborate. My daughter, she's a jock. She's the jock in the family, just like her dad. She plays soccer. She loves soccer. It's her number one sport. She's been playing it since she's like, I don't know, I think 5. And this year she just played basketball for the first time. For the first year she was on a basketball team, and she loved it. She loved it. It was her first time, a lot for her to learn, but she loved it. But this past fall, it was, her last season, fall season of soccer that she played. It was a tough season. It was her first time playing with girls older than her. It was like U12. So it's like from 10-year-olds to like 12-year-olds. And there was a lot of like 11 and 12-year-olds, a lot of girls. And for you parents, from 10 to 12, the maturity is different. It is different, a lot different. So it's very hard for these 10-year-old girls to be playing with 12-year-olds, which have matured, and there are certain expectations. Some of the older girls, they got on each other a lot, especially a lot on the other players, their fellow teammates. There is really not a lot of encouragement with each other. They argued a lot. There was a lot of argument. There was a lot of them worrying about their position and what they were doing. They were constantly worried about getting on their teammates and about what they were doing. And because of that, it was a horrible season. The girls, they did not have a good season. It's hard to play together when you're constantly arguing with each other and telling each other what you're doing wrong. And that was tough for my 10-year-old. She's at home. She's different than when she's out there playing with her fellow teammates. She's a little bit more shy, a little bit more timid. Where she's at home, she's wild and she's just crazy. It was hard for her to get out of her shell all season. And she's a very talented natural player. She still has a lot to learn, but she's fast, she's quick, she hustles really, really hard. And when she was constantly being berated by, I don't want to say berated, but like called out, I guess, constantly being told what she's done wrong, or she can't do this, or by her teammates, and nothing being said by the coach. I don't want this to be like a rant about it, but there's a point. So it's very hard. There were times she would come off the field at the end of the game crying. I would ask her if she still wanted to play. She did. And then as the season went on, she grew a thick skin, and she didn't let it bother her anymore, because she started realizing it wasn't just her, it was the whole team. The whole team got on each other. It wasn't everybody just picking on her. She started realizing she's being picked on, she's being picked on, she's picking on her, and she's picking on her. It's the whole team. And then she started realizing this is ridiculous, and she didn't let the drama bother her anymore. And it's crazy. But I was proud. I was happy, because there was other girls that season ruined soccer for them. It ruined soccer for them forever. And I'm glad it didn't for my daughter, because right now her basketball season just ended, but she was doing winter soccer skills. So she was playing basketball and doing winter soccer skills, which is still going on. And when that ends, spring soccer starts like a couple of weeks after. So it's like constantly soccer for her. So now moving on to basketball season, I was kind of a little worried just because of how soccer season went. And now here she is going into basketball. She never played basketball before other than gym class. So, and I brought her out, and I saw like, okay, she got some natural talent. She can do this, but there was so much stuff she needed to work on. And I'm sure as she gets older and she continues to play, she'll get better, because that's how I was. When I was her age, I was terrible at basketball. I didn't really get good until like 7th or 8th grade, when I was like 12, 13 years old. So, I mean, it could be for her, who knows? But so I was a little kind of like worried, kind of being like, if the girls are going to be the same, it's going to be really hard on her, because she doesn't have the skills that the other girls might have, because she's never played before. But then I was like, but I don't know, maybe the other girls are the same, who knows? So then I went to her first practice, and I saw there was a few girls that were really good, like really good. They knew how to do layups, they could shoot threes, they were really good. And I was like, ugh, okay. I was kind of, because I was still thinking about how soccer season was, and I was just afraid of how basketball season was going to be. Long story short, they were undefeated. They won every single game. Won the championship game this past Saturday. But they loved the game. And being the two girls that were really good, they automatically become the leader, because those are the girls that the other girls look up to. You know, even when it's all in sports, because I remember when I played sports, the ones that were really good are the ones that we looked up to, because everybody else wanted to be good like them. So now, and instead of them being like, you know, I'm better than you guys, you all stink, you're all terrible, they were so encouraging to the other players, and it lifted their confidence. And even though they missed a pass, they dropped the ball, they didn't get a ball in, you know, or they missed a free throw, they encouraged each other, and they played in unity. The girls that were really good were not ball hogs. They knew when to pass. There were a couple of times it would, like, a girl was open, they could have passed. But it happens. It happens in basketball. You just don't see. Sometimes you get tunnel vision. But they were not ball hogs. They encouraged the other players. And when the other players did a good try, even if they didn't get the ball in, they encouraged them. Like, that was awesome that you did that. And that was just, as a parent, that was awesome to see. Especially for my daughter, who this was definitely a learning year for her. And she hustled her butt off. She had some good steals, good rebounds, take the ball down the court, took a few shots. Fortunately, didn't go in, but it was awesome tries, because it was a confidence boost for her, because in the beginning of the year, she was afraid to take a shot. And then towards the end, she took shots. Because not only did her teammates encourage her, so was her coach. Her coach encouraged her. If you see the shot, take it. If you miss, you miss, but just take the shot. And because of that, these girls took every opportunity that they had to shoot the ball. And you're only going to know if you're going to miss or not if you take the shot. And they did. And the ones that went in. And that helped them. And then on defense, they played really well. So basically what I'm saying, what I've learned is that when you are around people that are encourage you, even if they're better than you and they're encouraging you, you'll get better. But when you're with people that are always pointing out what you do wrong, always get mad at you when you make a mistake, you can't grow that way. You can't grow. You can only grow when you're around people who encourage you. And that I was a witness to that by watching my daughter play sports. And I've seen her grow. And I've seen how she became a better person, a better player. And I told her, I said, this is what a team needs to be. You need to encourage your team and be happy for your team. Even when there's a mistake being done, you need to be encouraged. You can't be mean. You can't be mad at them. You have to encourage them. I was like, does that make you happy when they encourage you? She said, yeah, it does. So yeah, that's that. It's just amazing. Even at a level like that, even with 10-year-olds, being encouraged helps. And when you're an adult, we all need it. We all need that encouragement. We all need to be with the people who encourage us, and we encourage them back. That's why I always want to be around people that are not negative, because when somebody is negative, I don't want to talk to you. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk. I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want to talk with you. I don't want you to bring me down. But you can't ignore them because they need encouragement. But I'm not going to be with them, hanging out with them like every day. You know what I mean? So when surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with people who are better than you, who will encourage you, and just spend less time with the negative people. Their misery loves company. We all heard it. It's true. So be encouraged.
I'll be grinding like a grinder. If you want me, I will find you. If you want hits, come on by, bruh. If you talking mess, you walk it, I drive by, bruh. 1, 2, 3, Good Fridays on this beat.